In today's session, before we get started with what is data science, okay, so before we proceed, let us understand what you are going to learn in today's session. Let us first start with understanding the what and why of data analytics. First of all, let us understand what is data analytics before understanding data science. And then we will move ahead with understanding the what and why of data science. What is data science? Why data science? Why should I learn data science? Where and all I can apply the data science, right? And also we will look at the lingos that are floating in the internet regarding the artificial intelligence, right? The lingos around artificial intelligence, which are floating in the internet. We'll take a look at it. And the next one is the applications of data science, where and all we can use the data science, where and all the artificial intelligence is used. Now, almost in all the industry, you take any industry, any application, AI, it is all powered by AI, artificial intelligence. And if you guys open any local channel or news channel, One India, you take any even local Tamil channel, right? Newspaper, everywhere they talk about artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence became the talk of the town. What about the jobs, job opportunity and success stories? That we will discuss it later. Followed by this, we'll have a Q&A, okay? After 10 to 15 minutes, we'll have a Q&A session, okay? First of all, let us understand what is analytics. Why do we need to perform analytics in sense data analytics, okay? Am I not audible to you all? Can someone confirm? Somebody says no, no sound. One second, let me just check. Just check. Am I audible to you all? Am I audible? Yes, audible, right? Yes, I'm audible. Yeah, others says we are hearing you perfectly, okay? Good. I just paused. Now let's go ahead and understand what is analytics. I meant analytics in the sense data analytics. What is data analytics? Why do we need to perform data analytics? What is data analytics? Data analytics is nothing but it is a process of analyzing or exploring large, complex data sources. See, when you are a company, let's say you joined with a company, let's say you joined with a company by the name of ABC. The very first day, they have given you the data. They want you to do some kind of analysis. Why they want you to do analysis? They wanted to know where they stand, where they need to improve, where they need to focus more, where they need to spend more effort in terms of improving their top and bottom line. Right? They expect from the data analyst, the more insights. The more insights can help them to take the course correction if it is required then and there, okay? And in case of something goes wrong, they can act swiftly. Okay, in simple term, data analysis is nothing but you're given the data, right? You are exploring that data, and then you are finding the patterns from the data, from the given data, right? With that patterns, you can help the management or the line of business managers, right? You can help them to fine tune their strategies, or fine tune their strategy, or make some changes to their strategies, right? Alter their strategies, business strategies, and so on. Okay, by exploring the data, only when you explore the data, you will get to know the patterns, you can discover the trends, and you can understand the customers' behaviors and what are the market preferences, customers' preferences. So only when you explore the data, you will be able to find out the patterns and trends, understand customers' behavior, so that you can make the smarter decision at the right time. Making the right decision at the right time with the right people, with the right tool matters a lot, right? That matters a lot, right? If you don't have the right tool to perform analytics, what will happen? It'll take longer time. By the time you make decision, your competitor or your rival company, they have the sophisticated environment. They have well-trained, well-qualified people. So they will do the exhaustive analysis. With that, they can snatch your business indirectly, right? They can come up with the optimal price. In that case, what will happen is their price is much cheaper than yours. Obviously, the customers will run after them and they will buy it from them. Unless you explore the data, data is there, but I'm not using it. I'm not at all seeing the data. What is the use of having the data? The foremost prerequisite is you need to have the data. Yes, data is there, but the next thing is how good the data. Okay, the data is reasonably good. Okay, data is good in the sense we don't see any duplicate records. Reasonably the data is good. Okay, in that case, what is the next step? Analyze the data, understand, right? And for example, by let's say nowadays the volume of the data is very, very huge, right? The humongous amount of data is there nowadays. You take even the startup company, they are using huge volume of data because they want to understand the public sense. Okay, so by exploring the data, in the sense by looking at the data, using the reporting tools or so, right? You can understand the patterns. You can find out the hidden trends and explore new correlations. Okay, by doing by performing the data analytics, right? Do you agree with me or not? The data is there. You need to analyze it, isn't it? You need to use the right tool to analyze it. Without analyzing it, I have the data quality is also good, but I'm not doing any analytics. Then what is the use of having the data? Only when you analyze the data by plotting the data in charts, you will get to know, okay, what is the trend? The customers, are they buying weekdays more or weekends more? Okay, they are by plotting the data, right? Monday till Friday, by plotting the data. For example, like this. Let's say you are running a retail shop. Monday through Sunday, you plotted each day's sales. This is assuming that this is 6-month data. You took last 6-month data or last quarter data. Last quarter, January, Jan, Feb, March. Right? So Jan, Feb, March, in these 3 months, Monday, how much we sold. Tuesday, how much we sold. We plotted everything in the chart. What pattern you can see it here? What trend you can see it here? What trend you can see it here? You can see that there is an increase in sales during the weekend. Saturday and Sunday, we can see an increase in sales, but Monday through Friday, we don't see much sales compared to Saturday and Sunday. All right. So Saturday and Sunday is more. So with that, what you can understand? With that, what we can understand is during weekend in US and abroad, if you see, right, both the husband, wife, they are working professionals. During the weekdays, they cannot afford to go to mall. Only weekends they can go and they can afford to go to mall and they can purchase it. Hence the sale is more. Yes, by looking at this chart, let's assume that this is a Walmart data. Let's assume that this is a Walmart data. See, when I worked with Walmart in the past, okay, this is a Walmart data. You plotted the 3 months aggregated data. Aggregated in the sense summed data, aggregated. So the 3 months, Monday sales, how much? Last 3 months, what is the total sales in Tuesday we made, right? How much money we made in Tuesday? How much money we made in Wednesday for the last 3 months, right? And similarly, right, you plotted it here. So in the x-axis, we plotted the weekdays, and y-axis, I have plotted the sales amount. Okay, total sales I plotted. So I can see that there is a upward trend here, but not upward trend. Sorry, there is a downward trend here, and suddenly from Friday it goes up, right? So okay, this is a pattern I can find out. This is called pattern, right? I can see an increase. There is a decrease in sales. Monday slightly it is okay, and from Monday onwards we can see there is a decline in the sales. And Saturday and Sunday, it goes high. I can see a spike. It goes up. The sales goes up. So with that, I can understand there is a peak during Saturday and Sunday in sales. Okay, what is the next step? So this is a pattern, or this is a trend, I can see it. Weekends, people are buying more. In one liner, this is the insight. This is called insight. Okay, weekend people are buying more compared to weekdays. Why? Most of them are working professionals. Both husband and wife, they are working professionals. They cannot afford visiting your retail shop during weekdays. They can afford to visit your retail shop during weekends only. Okay, now I understood the trend or pattern. I can see a pattern that every Saturday and Sunday, last 3 months data, this one, last 3 months data, when I plotted it here, I can see that Saturday and Sunday, the sale is more. What is the next step? This is the insight. This is the pattern. What is the next step? The next step is stock up more items during the weekends. Stock up more items, because when more customer comes to purchase the products or any grocery items, something like that, if you don't have sufficient amount of stocks in your store, they will walk out. They will get frustrated. Whenever I go to the shop, I can't even get the essential stuffs. So then why should I go to the shop? They will definitely go to your competitor shop and they buy it. And so make sure that you are stocking up more items during weekends. Weekdays, don't stock up much. Importantly, if you stock up perishable items more, what is going to happen? For example, you stock up more tomatoes and onions. What will happen? It will get perished. It will get damaged. We stock up more, right? So overstocking is also a problem. Understocking is also a problem. If you understock here, what will happen? It leads to customer dissatisfaction. Understock is not acceptable during weekends, right? Overstocking is not the wise thing to do it here, right? So, but I don't want to overstock and I don't want to understock. But with this pattern, I can understand that very clearly when to stock more, when to stock less. If you don't do data analysis, what is going to happen, guys? What is going to happen? If you don't plot the data in chart, what is going to happen? You have no clue. You don't have any chart. You don't know the pattern. If you blindly stock up more item, let's assume that during weekdays, what will happen? Instead of stocking up more on the weekends, if you stock up more, and importantly, if you stock up these perishable items, tomatoes, onions, right? It will get perished. By the time when it reaches Saturday, it is no longer useful, right? It got perished. If it get damaged, it is a loss of money. Okay. And if you stock up more during weekdays and if you stock up less during weekends, what will happen? You are going to lose the business. You are going to lose the customers, confidence, right? 1 second, some noise here. And now we understood the importance of performing the data analytics periodically, right? You need to do it periodically, every once in a day or every weekly or every quarterly, every monthly, you have to do it. But if you don't do any analytics, simply saying that if you don't plot the data in chart like this, you will not be knowing the pattern, you will not be knowing the trend, or you do not know the customers buying behavior. Now you understood the customers buying behavior, right? So they can buy only weekend. More customers can buy more during weekends only. They cannot buy more on weekdays. Now you understood. Now you are smart. With this report in place, now you can make a smarter decisions. Instead of stocking up more item during weekdays, you can stock up during weekends. This is a simple example. Okay. And likewise, right, when you do analytics, 1 second. When you do data analytics, you will be able to find out the trends, hidden trends and patterns. I explained to you what is a pattern. During weekend, sale is more. That is a kind of a pattern, or it's a trend. So last 6 month data, if I take, even if I take 3 months or 6 month data, I can see the trend that during weekend only people are buying more. And apart from this, there are different other patterns you can find it in your data. Something like seasonal pattern. What do you mean by seasonal pattern? So there are some products you can sell more during summer season. There are some clothes, you can sell it more during the winter season. Sweaters can be sold during, you can see more sales on sweaters during winter time. And during summertime, you can see more sales on the warm weather, attire, right? So in that kind of situation, the clothes are bought with the, for the, they buy the clothes in tune with the warm weather, right? And the next one is the promotional driven patterns. Something like when you give some discounts or special offers, BOGO, buy one, get one free offers. It can create patterns in your data. And day of the week patterns. This is what we have discussed, right? And geographic patterns. You have something called geographic patterns. In the case of geographic patterns, you can see in urban and rural area, what is the purchase behavior. So when customers are buying more, and which age group of customers are buying more, right? You will get to know that. And also, we can do analysis with respect to the operating margin and return on investment, everything. Okay. By doing so, you will get to know whether you are really doing good job in the urban and rural area as well. And in case you are not doing good job, then why do you need to run your shop? Better you can close the shop. Rather, let's in the metro city, your sale is more, and better you can open a new shop in the south region, one more shop, instead of keeping a shop in the rural area where you don't see any business. Better you can close that, and you can, so these decisions you can make it then and there, only when you do the data analysis, only when you analyze your data. Okay. So what are the seasonal patterns? Back to school sales. Now it is time that students have to go back to school. It is the time that you can sell more on stationery items. In that case, if you give special offers, you can attract more customers to your shop. And also summer sale by giving 50% off. Okay, in that kind of situation, you can see a pattern, right? You can find a pattern in your data during these kind of seasonal offers. Okay. And the promotion driven pattern, something like buy one, get one free. So, when I launch this campaign, or when I announce this offer, so how much sales we made. So can we see really an increase in sales or not? Specific product, when you see an increase in sales, then probably you can continue this offer, right? For some more time. And here's something else called limited time offer. There are some cases, yes, this offer is valid only for 2 days. They'll give you 25% discount, but you need to buy it within 2 days time. So these are the ways they can I'd understand the customer's behavior, and they can attract the customers to purchase more from your shop. Okay. But unless you do analytics, what will happen, right? So let's say you are giving buy one and get one free. Even though you say buy one, get one free for the winter clothes during summertime, do you think you can see an increase in sales? No, right? Again, you need to, by launching this kind of offer, you will get to know which products are in high demand, which customers they are preferring more to buy the product. Again, it all depends on your season also, right? seasons, and various other factors. A limited time offer can also boost your sales. And next one is the geographic patterns. What is geographic patterns? Like I said, listen, in the case of rural area and urban area, what are the sales? There are some cases when I worked with the Walmart, we could see that the urban and rural area, the young generation, right? Young people, their spend is more compared to middle-aged people or older people. And even the teenager people, right? Teenager, except teenager, middle age and old age, we could see that the young people between 20 to 35 or 40 years, their purchase is more. Even this is the pattern we could see that in the rural and urban areas. But other pattern, what we noticed, even though the net sales was not so great, the margin was, it's kind of okay. It is good. Margin was okay, even though the sales was not so great in the rural or urban areas. Why? Because the overhead costs are less in the case of rural and urban area. The maintenance charges are less, and the labor, right, the staff's salary is less, and the electricity also less, the cost there. But if you look at the metro cities and cosmopolitan cities, the rent is very high and you need to pay a higher advance amount, or lease amount is very high, and getting the staffs very high. Every once in 3 months they'll change. They need to give the frequent salary high to motivate them to stay with you. Lot of overheads. But whereas in the case of urban and rural area, not much overhead. Hence, the profitability was reasonably good, even though the sales was not so great. Okay. These are the patterns we could say. Now we understood the term pattern and trend. If you are completely new into this analytics, try to understand these things with these examples. And apart from this, there are different other factors that can create some patterns in your data. For example, holiday sales. In USA, and take any abroad, USA importantly, right? The retailer shop, they offer promotions during holiday periods like Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Christmas. They offer a lot of discounts. These promotions leads to a surge in sales during these periods. That is what we were noticing it for many years. And apart from this, clearance sales. Okay, let's say you are a retailer and in your inventory, you want to clear your inventory. Okay, you have a go down, okay, the warehouse, you stocked up more item. You want to clear up your inventory. Okay, so what you say, right? You give to flat 40% or 45% discount. In that kind of situation, when you plot the data in the chart, you can see that specific month there is an increase in sales because we have announced the clearance sales. And buy one, get one free, and limited time offer, 24-hour deals, and loyalty program promotions, coupon promotions, bundle promotions. What do you mean by bundle promotions? The retailers, what they do is they offer a discount for buying multiple products. If you buy these 3 products, you can get 1 product free. Okay, it can also leads to increase in sales, right? Because you are you are giving the related products as a complementary product. Okay, so that is called your bundle promotion and trade-in promotion. Okay, and so they will, what is trade-in promotion? How many of you heard about this one? It's kind of an exchange, right? You bring the older pressure cooker, and we'll give you the the new pressure cooker. But for the older pressure cooker, we will give you some money. If you go to some this one appliances shop, right? They will give you this kind of trade-in offers and cross-selling promotions. Okay, cross-selling promotions and all these things, they do it. In that kind of situation, you can see a pattern in your data. Okay, instead of days, months, Jan, Feb, March, April, last 6 months, which month we could see a peak in sales. So obviously you will find something like December, the anywhere in India, if you see October to December, the sale went because here Diwali festival, and it's a festival season. During the festival, Christmas, and during Ramzan also you can see a peak, right? So, and other period, you don't see anything here. Non-festival time, it is okay. During festival season, we can see a tremendous increase in sales. So now you understood these terms. What is pattern? What is a trend? The trend is something like every year we could see a trend that or pattern, the month, year end, we can see an increase in sales. Okay. Now the question is, okay, by understanding various patterns, what can I do? What action plan I can do? So you can come up with something like, for example, during summertime, or when they open the school, the sale is more obviously, right? By knowing that smartly, by looking at this chart, hey, every year we are seeing that during the school opening time, the sale is going up. What we can do is we can offer some discount, special discount. In that case, all customers will come to our shop rather than going to our competitor's shop or rival shops, right? This, by looking at these things, unless you look at this, how will you get to know what action you need to take, right? Only when you look at this, you will get to know, hey, when to give discount, when not to give discount. Next one is why data analytics. That is what I discussed so far. What is the advantage of performing data analytics? Only when you perform data analytics, you will get to know what is happening, what is the trend, what is the pattern, what is the customer's buying behavior, everything you will get to know. Okay, so only when you do the data analytics, you can track your inventory levels and you can identify which product needs to be restocked when, which product needs to be restocked when. Okay, and in the case of Walmart, right, we conducted data analytics to track inventory levels and so we determine when product needs to be restocked. And also what we did, we analyzed the sales data and trends, and that helped us to predict future demand and adjust our inventory levels accordingly. Okay. And also we optimized our supply chain and reduced cost. Supply chain, and so those of you are college students, you may not be able to understand these stuff. You just hear, watch, like how you watch a movie. We will discuss about the domain part also later. Okay. And next one is to determine the optimal pricing strategy. Let's say you are a retail giant, Walmart or what is the Target. These are the largest retail chain. Amazon, right? They have their they are the retail big box. They are called as a big box retailers. Okay, and to sustain the momentum, they have to keep changing the prices, right? They need to sell the products at an optimal cost. If you increase the price, obviously the customers will not come and buy it from you. If your competitor or rival shops, if they give cheaper price, obviously all customer will go and buy it there only, isn't it? But if you underprice it, if you quote very less price, what will happen? It will shoot up, you will, it will shoot up it will not shoot up your profitability, right? You will have some, it can lead to some situation, it can lead to some kind of negative profit. I'm selling more, but I don't see any profit. At the negative profit, if I sell it, what is the use? So every month I'm making 10 million, my turnover is 10 million, but profitability is zero is fine, but negative value is there. There are cases, some retailer, they take head on. They want to acquire the customers at any cost. For example, Flipkart, they announced for 1 rupee, you can get pen drive. In the pen drive, you can store 36 GB or something like that, right? You can, so tomorrow we have an offer. They announced, they announce an offer, something like this. Tomorrow we have an offer. If you buy tomorrow, one pen drive cost 1 rupee, you can store up to 32 GB or something like that. So what will happen in that case? Obviously, more customers come and buy from your shop, because if you sell a product worth, let's 300 or 400 at a cost of 1 rupee, obviously more customer will get attracted. They'll come and buy to shop. Okay. In that case, the objective here is, even if I'm going to lose profitably, let it be there. At any cost, I want the customers to come and buy. So once the customers come and buy the product, later point they will get addicted, right? So Flipkart, they give much better deals or offers. Better go and buy there. There are some scenarios, there are some retailers, they are okay to take head on. All right. So, but the best practice is, right, come up with the optimal, but don't overprice, underprice. Come up with the optimal price. By only when you perform the data analytics, you can come up with that. If you don't do any analytics, what price my competitor is selling? If I don't know, what is going to happen? If you don't do any analysis, what is going to happen? You keep quiet, and if your competitor is going to sell even 1 rupee, 2 rupees less than your product, obviously everyone will go and buy it. End of the day, you are not going to get any money, no business. With this example, hope you understood why we need to perform data analytics. So now you understood what is data analytics. Exploring the data. What do you mean by exploring the data? Plotting the data in a chart, something like this, right? Like this. By exploring the data in the sense, plotting the data in charts, visuals, charts also called as a visuals, you will gain a quick insight, no matter how much volume of data. For example, it is a Walmart data. It's a first quarter data, Jan, Feb, March, 3 months data. 3 months data alone put together, you have, 10 billion records are there. Do you think you can go through each and every record in the case of 10 billion records to understand the pattern? It's painful. Rather, you can plot the data in a chart. Even though the volume of the data are 10 billion, all you need to look at is only 7 days sales. That's all, right? With this, you can understand the pattern quickly. You can take the course correction then and there. You can come up with the optimal plan, right? What do you mean by optimal plan? The stocking of the items. That's the one thing, right? So your inventory, how much item do I need to stock up? When I need to stock up more? When I need to stock up less? And apart from this, what other action plan you can come up? What other action plan you can come up? During Monday, so between Monday to Friday, probably we can reduce the number of staffs. During Saturday and Sunday, we will hire more staffs, because more customers are coming during weekday. If I put more staffs in my shop, they can help our customers. It can improve the customer's experience. On the one hand, you are improving the customers at the right time during the weekends. On the other hand, you are cutting down the cost, right? Weekdays, you are not hiring more staffs. Only weekend, you are hiring more staffs. And weekends, when you are stocking up more. So now we understood the importance of performance in data analytics. If you don't perform any data analytics, things can go haywire. Next, we will take a quick look at what are the different types of analytics, the descriptive analytics and diagnostic analytics. There are 4 types of analytics: predictive, and the next one is prescriptive analytics. The descriptive is nothing but you are going to create a report. You just think that way, okay? You are using some reporting tool like Power BI or Tableau, and or Excel, simple Excel. You are creating a report. In that report, you will show and how much products, how many units of each products you sold last week, and how much sales you made, and what is the price you quoted, and how much tax deducted, how much discount you gave it for each product, what is your net margin and net sales. You will get to know that in the report. Descriptive strategy is something like creating a report which shows what, the past data, what has happened in the past. If the management want to see, you will create a report, okay, like this with the past data. Let's say while looking at the data, you found something wrong or fishy in it. what you will do, you'll go one step further and then you do analysis. For example, in the case of project manager, let's say every week you have a status call with your US customer, right? When they look at the project report, they can see that there is a schedule slippage. Why is there a schedule slippage? Okay, you shared the report, you are walking through the report. By looking at this, they can, and they can see something wrong there, right? So why there is in that case, you need to take a deep dive to justify why there was a slippage in this schedule. Other example is, for example, Q1, Q2. So currently we are in second quarter, right? So in the previous quarter, what is the revenue? What is the revenue? What is the profitability? In the previous quarter, my revenue was 10K, and in the current quarter, my revenue was 13.5K. But my profitability is, here I made almost 4.2K. The profit is really good. Okay. But whereas here I just made 2.8K, the profitability. As part of descriptive analytics, you created a report in quarter one. What is the revenue? Quarter two, what is the revenue? What is the profit? Fine. But when they look at this dashboard or report, obviously, right, there is something wrong here. You can make out quickly there is something wrong here. The current quarter revenue slightly more than my previous quarter, but my profitability for my current quarter is much lesser than my previous quarter's profitability. So where it went wrong? Can someone tell me why we did, the profitability went down here? The senior management, they'll ask you this question. In that case, you need to find out the root cause for the decrease in the profitability. That is when the diagnostic analytics comes into picture. You are going to go one step further and do a deeper analysis to understand why it went down in this quarter. Maybe after doing the analysis, further analysis, you will get to know, okay, in this quarter, we expended more on the advertisement. Hence the profit, or the raw materials, whatever we bought this time, the cost is more, or the GST in the current budget, right? The Feb 2023, let's say we are in March, okay? March or April 2023. Why the product? Because for these set of products, they increase the GST more. Hence the product. Whether so why the decrease in sales, the profitability here? There could be a number of reasons. Maybe the tax, they increased it recently, or the other reason could be the cost price increased, or the transportation cost increased, or you have given more discount, something like that. Okay. So as part of diagnostics analysis, you are going to go one step further, and then you are doing further analysis to understand the cause for decrease in profitability or root cause for the issues. Okay. And once you get to know the reason, for example, we spend more on the advertisement, then it is reasonable. Okay, we are trying to promote our product. Earning money is not sufficient. You need to keep promote your product by giving by launching different campaigns like a discount and various other things, right? So only then customers will come to your shop more. Now you understood what is descriptive. Descriptive is nothing but what has happened in the past, finding out what is happened in the past. Diagnostics, find out why did that happen. So now enterprises, they no longer depend only these two kind of reports. They are kind of, bored of these reports. Okay, what is so big deal? We have already 1,200 reports are there, 1,200 different reports are there. Let it be there. Is there any way you can go one step further and can predict the future? Is there any way you can predict how many customers, how much money the customers can spend in the upcoming quarter? Can you predict it? If you have a mechanism to predict then it is good, isn't it? So in that case, you can find out which all customers are more likely. If you get to know which all customers are more likely to spend or purchase more items, in that case, what you can do is you can target those customers with special offers. So in that case, there is a higher chance that those customers will come and buy it from you only. But you should know which customers are more likely to spend more in the upcoming quarter or in the upcoming month. Is there any magic wand is available? That is where the predictive analytics is coming into picture, using which you can predict which customers are more likely to spend higher money in a my shop. And apart from this, in the case of healthcare, which patients are more likely to develop cancer or heart attack? If they, with these algorithms, if you are able to find out so and so patients are at high risk, they may develop or they might develop heart attack any moment. In 1 month down the line or 2 months down the line, they might develop heart attack or stroke. In that case, what you do is you can suggest them to make some changes to the lifestyle. Okay, lifestyle. Or if the people have the hereditary problem, right? So higher cholesterol and the blood sugar is very high, you can suggest them the medications at the appropriate time so that you can mitigate the major issues, right? If you take proactive stand, you can preempt the issues well ahead, right? So in that kind of healthcare, insurance, even in the case of insurance, right? The predictive analytics plays an important role. So which claims are fraudulent claims? For example, your relative got admitted in the hospital. He has a medical insurance option that is available in his office. And, is that the treatment given by the hospital, the cost is reasonable? Or is that genuine or not, the treatment? Let's say the hospital is run by my uncle. And what I do is I can go and simply go and get admitted just because I'm eligible for medical insurance, right? I can misuse it. I can abuse it. With predictive analytics, you can predict which claims are genuine, which claims are fraudulent. Similarly, in the case of banking, which transactions are fraudulent transactions, which fraudulent transactions, non-fraudulent transactions. So predictive analytics plays a vital role nowadays in across all the industries. You can predict, you can make a prediction real time in batch also. What do you mean by real time? Let's say you go and swipe your credit card in a shop. That day you spend 50,000. Immediately, it will send a message to you. You will get a call from the bank. That is what real time. It predicts, right, something wrong. Because this guy never used to spend this much money in this area. This time he's spending something fishy, something odd. You never spend this much money. So it immediately, that is called real-time predictive analytics. Batch predictive analytics, let's say customers applied for a loan. You want to use your predictive analytics algorithms to predict which customers are more likely to default. Those customers are more likely to default. Why to give loan to them? Obviously, when I give loan to the customers, banks can get more revenue, isn't it? You are paying EMI along with interest rate. The interest is the income for the bank. Just because I'm greedy to make more money, if I give the loan to all the persons, what is going to happen? If they don't repay the money, what will happen? I'm going to lose my principal itself, right? So in that kind of situation, also the predictive analytics plays an important role, vital role, okay? And again, now a lot of improvements, breakthroughs have happened in the predictive analytics space, which we'll discuss a little later. And next one is the prescriptive analytics. For example, if I know which patients are more likely to develop heart attack, is that enough? This is so-and-so patients are more likely to develop heart attack. If I tell my patients, do you think they're happy? They'll be very unhappy, right? Okay, what the next question is, what can I do to prevent this disease, heart disease? That is where the prescriptive analytics is coming, the action plan. What action plan you can come up in order to preempt or avoid the risk? If you are smart enough, and if the predictive analytics tells you, hey, these guys are more likely to develop heart, and if you are a smart guy, by making lifestyle changes, obviously you can postpone the problem, right? As far as the predictive analytics, you come up with an action plan. Hey, you need to go for a walking, avoid eating oily items, something like that, right? Even the case of banking loan, if you get to know which all customers are more likely to default, the next action plan is approve loans only for those people are less likely to default. Okay, these are the examples. Okay, now we understood the 4 different types of analytics: descriptive analytics, diagnostic analytics, predictive analytics, and prescriptive analytics. Descriptive talks about what has happened in my business in the past. Why did it happen? This is what, why, and this one is what is going to happen in the future, prediction. Something like astrology, okay? And next one is, okay, this is going to happen. So what kind of action that I can come up in order to prevent those kind of issues? Even the case of stock market, right? You are forecasting the stock prices. You bought Wipro shares and Infosys shares and HCL shares, and like you bought Google shares, and you forecast it. And as per your forecast, if a return is more, right, what you are going to do, you wait until your price goes up, and so before you buy it, you want to decide whether which stock can I buy it, which stock can give me more returns. That kind of situation, the predictive analytics is very much helpful. Okay.